Alrighty, hello, my dear friends. Welcome to NeuroViz Q&A, weekly Q&A and announcements that we run every Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. I'm Alex Koloskov. I'm the founder of NeuroViz, and I'm the host of this broadcast. So today I'm going to make some announcements, and as well as show some mistakes that our users making and how to avoid them or how to fix them. Okay, so the very first thing that we have implemented and it was deployed recently to our production is editor, photo editor. That is it's very simple photo editor, but it's a necessary thing that is available almost on all applications. By the way, it's YouTube. You have chat, so anytime, whenever you join, you can ask me question using the chat, or I don't know, send a link to something that probably you've been doing with NeuroViz, and it may work or may not. Okay. So first, editor. When you upload a photo, let's say you have photo. It's uploaded, right? And here is a little button, edit. And as you can see, what you can do here, you can do crop. For example, for this particular image, if you want, this is retoucher application. So if you want to retouch it, it's better to crop it this way. It will be a little bit more pixels to for AI to work with. Okay. Also, in many applications, the input aspect ratio of the input image is linked to input image. Sorry, output. Output aspect ratio is linked to input. So if you, let's say, crop it somewhere like this and choose auto in aspect ratio, its default parameter, it will be vertical. So either you need to crop it like this and hit apply, or you need to change the aspect ratio if you want something different from the input. So we have crop, we have rotation, okay? It's freeform rotation, but since the background will be here, dark, it's not a good idea. Basically, let's reset. You can rotate it because sometimes when you upload image, it's somehow upside down in a system. But you can do it either flip or rotation. Also, if your image is too dark, too bright, you can adjust it. Okay, you can slightly adjust it to make it a little bit, better. In most cases, you don't need to do this. Mostly the crop. You apply it, okay, and here you will have cropped image. Hamza, hello. Wow, glad you're here. So I'll be able to answer any questions that you may have for me. You can ask me anytime, but I'll be going with the announcements and then jump to generations. Okay, so this is editor. Please use it, especially if you have a small subject on a large background. If, let's say, iPhone shot or some non-professional photography, it's better to use this little editor, okay? It's available on any image upload parameter. If you have image upload, you have this little edit button, okay? Then we also improved a little bit the gallery look. So users were asking, what application, how I find out what application it was made. I mean, there are generations, right? And what application it was made. So now you have it under the image, okay? You also have this little information icon. If you click on it, you will see not only the app that it was generated on, also all the parameters. So sometimes it's easier to see it this way, because before this, to see all this information, you have to click recreate, and it will load exactly the same application with exactly the same parameters. But now you don't need to do this. You just either open like that, and you see all the information over here. Okay, this is the gallery. Again, you can always sort gallery by uploaded tags, right? You can also have ability to select, get images, and it will be fetched images only by this tag. Okay. It takes time, but here you go. This is all images that here. How you got this tag? Again, I will show you in case you forgot. If you upload the image, let's say you choosing some file, let's select something, okay, and then if you, it will be multiple files. For example, you can select something like rings. You have all kind of different jewelry, but you want to process rings, so you have put my rings here, right? And then hit upload. After you upload it, you can either find them by clicking here, right? You can process them in batch if you have this ability. It's for Pro Plus, or agency. Or after the generation in gallery, you can fetch those images by selecting this tag, okay? It will be nothing because it was nothing generated, but if it's something generated, you can easily search it this way, okay? This is how it works. Plus, of course, dates. Hamza, the output doesn't able to save the photos in other kind of photos like JPEG. Only save it as PNG. I think we have addressed this. It was like that, but let me check, Hamza, because well, PNG is the file without compression, so it has the best quality, and default is PNG. But let me try. Let me try to do this. Let me select this image, crop it nicely, and I will choose JPEG here, and aspect ratio. This is what I was talking about before. If you want specific aspect ratio, if you want to make sure it's not gonna fluctuate, you can select instead of auto, you can select something else here. But let me generate, and we'll see. If it's not JPEG, then it's kind of bug. We need to fix it. It was only JPEG, but yeah, I mean, sorry, only PNG. Okay, so big question Hamza asking is, if generation is not correct and we need to regenerate it, is going to give back the return credits or our car on user account, or user will lose it. So big news on this. It's a feature that was developed for a while, and now it's live. We'll be rolling it to all applications. So how it works? Okay, it's done. Let me download. And yeah, you're right, Hamza, it's PNG, so we need to fix it. So about regeneration, when it's bad, okay. We do have rolled in the validator, okay. Right now it's available only for 2 applications. I think it's earrings and rings, but over a weekend we'll enable it for all applications. And when it's enabled, users, any user, any paid user other than standard, will be able to regenerate bad image if there is some fluctuation, if something gets wrong, for at least 3 times less price, I mean cost for generation in credits, at least 3 times. Okay, on some models it will be even more. It's not free. We can't let it do free because, well, users may start abusing this system, and we'll just, because we paying for every generation, you understand that we use commercial models, so regardless of good or bad, we paying, and basically we need to share this cost with the user. When there is discount, basically we making it, how we call it then, we're losing money on this, but we're giving you, we're giving user a way to, well, feel better when AI hallucinate. And hallucination will be always, unfortunately, on given AI architecture, any AI, regardless of either ChatGPT or LLM, meaning that language model or editor model, it will be sometimes happening. So how it works? Let's say I have ring, okay? And I'm selecting the ring, but, well, I kind of didn't read it because, well, I'm telling you that users kind of using applications really wrong way. But for example, I'm selecting something like this, and I'm thinking, okay, it's a ring, I want to generate. So what happens first, there is no generation, it's validating your input. and it's validating input in different ways, not only by looking at the image. As you can see, it says it's not a ring, and it's not gonna be placed on the model the way that ring's supposed to be. You always can click this button, proceed, or at my own risk. Risk. In this case, most likely you will lose credits. Or you can try necklaces, for example, because it's found that it's necklace. However, let's do it right. Let's select the ring, for example, this ring. And well, I want to show you one more validation, which may be cool. Let's say I have a model, okay? I have a model like a hand, in this case, that I want to place ring on. But then, no, let's do it this way, a little bit different. I have this model. I'll show you. So it's a portrait of model. I want to put this ring, and I just upload the ring, selected model, and just hit generate. Okay, ring should be fine. Let's see what validator will tell you. Okay, here it is. This is discrepancy. Well, probably a little bit too much text. We're going to make it a little bit more brief. But it says that you have selected close-up settings on and uploaded the model full face, the portrait of the model. So let me go back and adjust. I'm talking about this. This many times users are doing this. Close-up is on, close-up. You see when it's on like this, when it's off, it will be like that. So if you select model, but close-up is on, here is why you got warning. It's gonna be like this. It won't be a model. Okay. So it really will check anything that you'll put in anything. You can put some strange instruction, because sometimes people using this ring virtual try-on to retouch rings and saying remove scratches or whatever. It will tell you, hey, this application is not working well. But let's do this. Let's fix this. So close-up is off, beauty look on, lifestyle. Let's have it off. So it will be like studio, not lifestyle environment. And let's try to generate. It validating input. Portrait photo with close-up enabled. Model photo does not clearly show hands. Well, this is that's not good. It clearly shows hands. Not sure why it's asking. So there is some wrongness in this. Let's remove it completely and just do. Let's try to pass. So the idea is to pass validation. This will happen. We just roll it in, so we can adjust in the validator. Sometimes make mistakes, but in this case, right, like right now, validation was passed, no message given, and it runs the generation. Okay, it runs generation, and let's see. So why I'm showing this to you? Because it's linked to the discounted regeneration. Okay, here is the image. This image actually is pretty good. But imagine that it's not good. Somehow you don't like it. Whatever. It's hallucination, something is wrong. So what you do here, there is a button, regenerate, bad result. So it's bad result. You think it's bad result. You judge it. You do click on it and look at this. Now it cost you, instead of 15, it cost you 5 credits. So you hit regenerate, it will be rerun for 1/3 of the price. Okay. However, very important, if you're going to change anything here, if you change any of the input parameters, anything, you lose this ability to regenerate it for a discounted price. Why? Because, well, we need to protect us from user who will be using this feature just to generate different variations. For example, close-up can be turned off and on, or on, and generation will be discounted unless we prevent this from happening. So it's only will work if you need to regenerate, thinking that everything is fine, but AI just not doing right things. It just, did mistakes. In this case, you hit regenerate, recreate, and it will be, as you can see, only 5 credits for this particular application, for this particular model, will be charged. I hope this will really help you to feel better of when AI makes mistakes. Okay, so you see it regenerated and you didn't lose anything. You still can use this feature to have multiple images like this, but I hope it won't be abused because we're losing money on every generation like that. We kind of, okay, we understand user satisfaction is really a cool thing to have. So here you go. Okay. Nice. Hamza saying that we are working on how to integrate with API to your marketplace. Hamza, this is great news. Yeah, we have API. It's not rolled for all applications yet, but it will be. So if you are an agency or Pro Plus, I think API will be enabled. You can go and, you have the codes, you have everything. You can create the key and start using application. Okay, so you copy it, you store it, and well, if you have programmer, he knows or she knows how to use it. Okay. So validation with discount. I'll show you in a moment once we jump to generations, to mistakes in generations, how actually it works. I mean, this feature of regenerating, because in many cases, second run will give you a good result. Okay, just because first wasn't good, because of the hallucination. Then batch processing. I already showed you how to use it on previous videos. If not, go to our channel, live videos. Okay, and let me show you where to find it. Second. Yeah. So if you'll go to channel, you will see live. Okay. Right now we're live here, but all the previous live runs, you can see the previous announcements. But we have new things here. So imagine that you run the batch, you downloaded it. Now you can actually don't need to download. You can check before even downloading. There is gallery, batch gallery. So you look at the images. I used high fidelity retoucher. It's very precise retoucher, but it requires very good image input quality. Otherwise, it will be bad. And submitted several images, and many of them doesn't look good because, for example, this was too blurry, and this retoucher is not going to fix blurry images and stuff like that. This was good, and it was retouched because it was good photo at the beginning. So you look through this, and you said, this, and this didn't work well. And I'm talking about hallucinations. This is not a mistake that you made, you just run it. Let's say many images is good, but few of them are bad. So to download them back and upload again and rerun it, it's not good. And again, you lose credits if you do like this. So you mark this as red, and this is, for example, green. And imagine there are many of them. So now you can select, let's say you select only red, hit select, you can select it by one or select all. And what you can do, you can download, select it. Usually it's a good idea to download good ones, right? But if it's bad, you can resubmit like this. Again, for the batch, since there is no validation on batch, it doesn't make any sense to run validation because it's not batch. It will be a validation for each individual image and you have to respond. For batch, we have discounted generation as well. So if it was, it will be enabled for applications, but if it's bad, you can regenerate for 1/3 of its cost. You will see it here. Right now, it's not enabled for this particular one, but it will be. And then you hit resubmit, and here you go. You have those images rerun. So in this case, it will help you to manage batches, regenerate bad images, download good ones, and well, all the history, everything will be here. We probably will modify it a little bit. We'll add the cost, for each run, so it will be a little bit more of statistics. Right now, statistics under here, so you will see all the runs, but again, it's not separated from batch. Guys, it's noisy here. Sorry if you hear noise. They're doing something in the street. Unfortunately. Oh, man. Do you hear me well? Okay, so this is the batch processing. questions. Also, Hamza asking also if you cancel subscription, the system will tell you just wait and get 20% discount when you see it. Fair price, I want to pay. System give me the original price of the subscription. Okay, I'll check it. Yeah, maybe there is some disconnection between we trying to maybe keep users, who are trying to get off. Okay, Hamza, I'll get back to you. Now I understand what you're talking about. Okay. Do you have a tool to give me another angle of the product? Well, to kind of rotate it or something based on the single image. Right now, we don't have it. We can do this. We can do this if, again, guys, if you'll be watching this video on YouTube after we're done with live, if you think that this tool, when we will generate from single photo multiple angles, if you need it, please comment or, well, send us a mail or whatever. If there is demand, we'll do it. We do have this possibility. We have the model, AI model that can do it. Okay. So Hamza, thank you for bringing it in. Then this all the announcements that we have. So the best thing is validator plus discounted regeneration. And now I'm going to get to the kind of admin panel with generations that users rated as bad. So unacceptable, okay? And in many cases, it's user mistake. In some cases, it's AI mistake. And I'll go through this, some of them. So this was marked bad, okay? And if you look at the input image, here is the input image, right? Well, you see it in here, right? It's vertical image with just a few items. And generation was done like this. Well, probably not good, right? Because, well, maybe user wanted to have it the same layout. However, why it happened? Why it happened? Because user, first of all, didn't crop image. Okay, the image is this. The good idea is to crop it like that, right? There is no reason to submit the whole thing if you want only jewelry, right? So you apply and it will process well. Or, well, it doesn't work. Don't look at this. This is like kind of mistakes only for admin. You won't have this type of stuff. However, even this image will look fine if you will select, instead of auto, this is aspect ratio and the size. If you select square SD standard quality, if you select square HQ, it will be always square output regardless of input. So if you want to have, let's say, square, and if your input image is not square, in many cases it can be like earrings or whatever, a long one, and you have it cropped like this, like sausage type of layout. So select square and it will be square. Okay. I don't want to generate it. I just will show you the result from this. So here is the result. This was exactly regeneration when I selected square. As you can see, the layout is preserved exactly as it was in input. Okay? So, this is the result of that generation. Let's go back. Guys, do you hear me well? I'm sorry about that noise. I cannot fix it, unfortunately. Okay, try on. Hamza's asking the full set, 5 or 4 pieces. The tool try on can only accept 3 pieces. We have this try on, right, and which accepts this one, only 3 pieces. Well, yeah, we can extend it. We can definitely extend it, but Hamza, you'll be surprised how many mistakes user making using this tool. It's crazy. I'll show you. It's just amazingly bad. And for AI, the biggest issue here is the sizing. You know, when try on, sometimes it's super hard for AI to understand the relative size. So it's a little bit hard here. But we can add more. Yeah, that's true. Main account for the team. Okay. Yeah, I see Hamza now. How can make many accounts? So right now we don't have this feature, but what we do have, even on single account, if you give the same username and password, your username, password. You can basically log in on different computers and run a same account in parallel. I know that's probably not what you want because you need to have it like per user ID. But before we implement this feature, before we make it happen, I'll show you kind of walk around, temporary one. So imagine that you have 5 people working, in your team working with NeuroViz. Each has the same account, log in the same credentials. However, ask them when they go and upload images, do any upload. If they upload image, they put my username here, for example, and upload. So it will be always, you can filter results, any user can filter by username, and you can see what user did what in your team. Okay, this is workaround, but yeah, we definitely need that feature. We definitely need the feature when same credit account but multiple users. Again, for agency, this is what we will have. Yes, I understand, Hamza. Yeah. Okay. No promo. Well, there is no promo for now. We cannot, give it every time. We had the sale on the New Year sale. Before it was Black Friday sale. Watch for announcements, but honestly, we don't have much room for discounts and stuff. We put in so much time and efforts to this, and I think it's worth the money, especially with this credit, the discounted regeneration. This was a big kind of thing that we had to fix for users. Okay, let's go back to generations. I'll show you another mistake. This, for example. This is creative photographer. Okay, creative, not jewelry photographer. People sometimes mixing it. We have jewelry seed and creative. You see, there is creative jewelry photographer V1, V2. There is a little bit difference. You can have multiple items on this one or single item on that one. On each, you can add jewelry photo and then either describe what you want to have or upload the image or use our image as the reference for the background. Okay. But it's jewelry. So this user is using creative photographer, which is not for jewelry. And this is input image. This is definitely jewelry. By the way, this is transparent background. It's not good to have transparent background, but we can fix it. It's kind of, it gets a little bit confused, but it's okay. And the result is this, okay? Which kind of okay, even, it's okay, I think. Considering that this R should be somehow linked to this. And again, this is a reference image. It's never going to put exactly the same background. No. However, look at this. The prompt was leave the piece visible and add a chain to the pendant. So it's complete misuse of this application. It's not going to add chains. It's just going to place it on creative background. This is why we need validator. It's definitely, once it's enabled, it's not going to pass validation, and user will be warned that, don't lose the credit on something that is not going to work for you. Because if, there's something else. Maybe it should be modifier, jewelry modifier, when it can, add stuff to the jewelry, or, something else. But not creative photographer, okay? Then, this is definitely, look at this and look at the input. It's definitely AI mistakes, but I can understand it because it was not lined the same way as the bottom part. So the top part was kind of changed design. This regeneration for this will kind of fix it, especially if user will choose different model. I'm gonna show you in a moment. On these try-ons, anywhere you see SD model or HQ model, on almost any applications, I'll show you. Let's say the rings. There is model and resolution. So remember this. Yeah, it's more expensive when you choose HQ, but HQ, it's not just resolution difference. It's a different AI model. It's newer. It's fine-tuned for jewelry. It's not the same model as the SD. So what means sometimes when SD model fails, it just couldn't get it right. If your jewelry looks kind of unusual, well, something, or image like in previous example was kind of rotated, so it couldn't get the whole, the actual look properly. Even though human can see the look, I mean, I can see the difference, right? AI made mistake here. I'm talking about this one, right? It's a mistake. The top one doesn't look like it was. Switching to the HQ model may fix the issue. Yes, you will pay a little bit more, but in most of the cases, it will work way better than SD because it's newer model. SD is no longer supported, but it's like 3 times less expensive. So this is why we still keep it, because user need it. Okay. 1 second, Nicholas. I'm gonna jump to questions in a moment. So this is the way to fix bad generation, to switch in model to HQ. Okay. Well, this is, I have no idea what's wrong. It looks good to me. What else? So this one, for example, the output is like that. It's definitely wrong crop, and if I load it, the crop is, it's not showing crop here, but the crop was just like that. This is the crop. So of course it's not gonna make it work well. And it was a mistake in the design. It did make mistakes in design. Again, in this case, it's better. Well, quality is high. It doesn't have HQ or SD model. However, regeneration may fix it. Regeneration may fix when it's made mistakes with design. Let's see a little bit more. A few more examples I will show you, and then will be Q&A. Okay, for example, this. Look at that. It's rings virtual try-on. The ring is very unusual. I mean, it's like really unusual ring, right? And the result, everything was fine here, but look at the result. The ring, well, it added for some reason a little gemstone, and it kind of, I think it did it slightly wrong. So user, especially if validation is passed and we have it in place, can regenerate using the same model, or what user can do, can select HQ model, and I will show you exactly this ring run through HQ model. I did it before this broadcast, and here is the result. So you see, this is way better look. It's correct representation of this ring, at least how I see it. And it was, if you look here, it's HQ 4 megapixel model. It's a large picture. It's 4 times larger than SD, and it's better results. So this is the case where if your jewelry is unusual, you can switch model, and most of the cases the result will be good. Okay. Then I want to show you a few more, and we'll be done. So, for example, this is interesting case when we have a relatively good picture. It's a good picture of the rings in a box, and user saying that make only wedding rings better without scratches, polish it, nice colors or yellow and rose gold, but don't make retouch too much. Leave it natural. Also, leave the box and background just clean a little. Well, this prompt or instruction is not really good. It doesn't really need to tell it how to retouch, but it was marked bad, and this is the result. And I'm wondering why it's marked bad. Let me look at one more time again. Well, maybe it's retouched too much. It's really kind of polished everything, and user asked to do it a little bit. However, look at this. It was jewelry retoucher heavy. We have 3 retouchers. We have 3 retouchers here. Heavy, this one, this is kind of intermediate, and the high fidelity. This kind of is really preserve many things and doesn't do deep retouching, but requires good image. This one is heavy. If you open it, you will see here on about that it works with bad jewelry, bad image of jewelry, lots of scratches. It does deep, heavy retouching. So user, when is trying to use this retoucher and say, hey, do it a little bit, it doesn't work. It will do retouch because this is how it was tuned, this is how it was trained. Okay? So, look for description if you don't have much experience. Read what it said here when you try to use it. You won't, well, you sell your credits. You don't need to lose credits if you just use something for. With validator, it probably won't be passed. It will tell, hey, you're using the wrong application for this if you want slight retouch. Because for slight retouch, it should be high fidelity image. Okay? Then, for example, this is a very interesting case when user used high fidelity. This is the jewelry image. Again, the quality for high fidelity is bad quality, really. This should be heavy because it's blurry. There is no details at all. The image it's really, really bad quality image. So high fidelity, it's gonna preserve the bad. But it did different. It did this. It's a mistake. What is going on here? In this case, what I did before I ran this broadcast, I went and did recreate. I just click, this case is hallucination. So AI did mistake. Okay, regardless of what kind of retoucher is this, it shouldn't change the color. User didn't ask anything. You see, it was no prompt given, which is good. But I run it one time, and look, all is good. It's same SD model, the low quality model. It just ran fine. I run it through HQ model. It's fine too, without adjusting anything. I just rerun it. So this thing with credit, with low cost regeneration, will fix issues like this one. Okay. Then what we have, well, few more things. I don't know what's wrong here. I think it's done really well considering this image, because, well, it's trained to retouch jewelry, and this, the whole thing is not jewelry. If you need to preserve this, you need to tell. In this case, you need to enter instructions. Keep this, whatever you call it, hanger. Don't remove it, keep it. And it will do it, really. I don't want to run it for you, but it will keep this thing if you need to preserve something like this. You just need to understand that if model trained by default to do only jewelry, okay? Another case of regeneration. This is the jewelry. This is the result. The model was provided, and the result, as you can see, well, it's hallucination, something green. If you go to, I did regenerate it, and regeneration was this. You see, unfortunately you don't see it because it's thingy. Well, but it's correct. However, I switched to HQ version. HQ version of this, instead of SD, gave me exactly correct result. So sometimes you need to run it. And the last one probably for today. This one, user was trying to do it multiple times, unfortunately failed. This one, the model, it's combo virtual try-on. The ring, and it's earrings, and pendant, right? So it did it like that. Super bad, super crazy, right? And if you recreate, first of all, Hamza, this is why people misusing it. Jewelry photo, 3 items, which is fine. 2 earrings, 1 pendant. Then the ring, super good. Then for some reason, user entered again the same item. It's really confuses. AI, it's actually did good job, relatively thinking that about this input. But it's confusion. You shouldn't do it multiple times. Okay, and the result was bad, but I did rerun it. Okay, I did rerun with this one. I did rerun with HQ model. It was SD, but with HQ. Look at this. Oops. With HQ, all looks good. Maybe earrings a little bit large, but there is no way to kind of specify on this application, the size, because AI doesn't understand millimeters, centimeters, inches. It should be done differently. But yeah, HQ model works in most of the cases way better than SD. Okay, so if something goes wrong, switch to HQ. Yes, you will spend more credits, but you will get the result. And again, okay, it's 30 cents or 60 cents. I understand it's more, but if you get the result you want with high resolution, instead of 1 megapixel, you get 4 megapixel. I think it's worth it. You can go up to 16 megapixel. Alrighty. So this is basically it with the bed generations. I can probably look few more times. Well, probably the last one I want to show you, misuse this one. This is the input image. Again, not cropped. This one should be cropped. There is no reason to send this image. It was creative jewelry photographer, okay? And the result was this. And actually, result was not bad at all on my case. I mean, on my opinion. However, this is creative photographer. It made to place jewelry on the creative background. And user didn't provide reference image, didn't provide any instructions, right? Didn't anything. So AI did it just what it thinks will look good. And for AI, it thinks that, on a table, it will look good. Probably it was marked bad because user doesn't think the same way. And actually, me too. It's, nothing creative. But guys, if you use the creative one, this is that. Either provide background image or at least tell AI what you want to see. Tell, some fabric or, the whatever you imagine. Help it. Otherwise, it will do it on its own imagination, and it may be different than yours. And you may lose credits. So please think about it. Okay, I think that's it for today, for bed generations. Now questions and answers, okay? And let me, 1 second. Let me read what you have asked me. Okay, Nicholas saying, there is any future updates, have more control over the scale of product when using product model try-on. Yeah, I remember we had your email, I think, or some request. The scale, and yes, model try-on, like a purse, for example. By the way, Nicholas, you've been using, I think you've been using the Fashion Model Studio to place bag on a model, right? So it's better to use the product plus Model Studio, but I agree. On some products, not like this little bottle, but some products like a purse, it's hard to see, what kind of size of it. Yes, we're going to add something to scale. That's the must, yeah. I remember your generation, it was, I think it was to this one, right? The purse, and when you supply just image of the purse and then describe model or just model, it will do something like this, but AI have no idea how big or small it. So yes, it's big plan. I mean, we're working on this. And I remember some user was doing this. We fixed it. Now it looks fine. It was only shoes, so shoes works really nice. Okay, what else? We have a photographer company, and I need to give him training jewelry photography. So some of your training courses understood. Yeah. So Hamza, like I said, send me email. I promised you the course, and I'll give you the course for your photographer. We have, if you guys don't know me, I am the guy from 40G School of Photography, right? 40g.com. I have, the largest school online for jewelry training, all kind of stuff. We have courses, but yeah, it's a past my past business. So if you have photographers who need to learn something, go to 40G, PHOTAGY. You'll find something for them. Okay, I need to know where I can find the wax that used usually to make the ring stand up. Oh, it's a dental wax, Hamza. It's dental wax. You can get it on Amazon. It's called dental wax. Well, there are many ways to make jewelry to place, but this is kind of the simplest one. Make sure it's not too hot in the studio. This one is clear. You can have a little ping, boom, and it's standing for you. Okay. Plan for subscription. I've subscribed for, but I couldn't enter for it. Okay, we'll get to you back. Not sure what you mean. You can enter. We'll fix in private manner. Yes, Nicholas saying that it's drugstore, exactly. So there is suggestion you can do your SEO description of the product, especially with API integration. Okay. So you're talking about description of your product, right? When you apply you submit the product, and you need the description of what it is. Yes, we have you're not the first who asking this. It's definitely will be there. We should have the application that can do it, but we need to do integrations, sort of like. But yeah, it's in works. It's very high demand on this. Yeah, good point. Okay, another question. Hi, Alex. I sent photo to India or Bangladesh for editing. I can get perfect retouching for $2. Why should I use the retouching app? Will it be cheaper? Well, it depends what you're gonna use it, but I believe that any retouching application that you're gonna use will be cheaper. Yes. For example, let's have this one. The cost is 15 credits for normal model, or let's say the 16 megapixel, it's a large one. It will be 120 credits, okay? And credit is kind of our own currency. The cost in dollars per credit could be different. So if you go to, let's say, credits, this is where you see all this stuff. You see the plans. And for example, if you have lots of, well, you have little generations, you're going to pay, let's say, $30 a month. For that, you will have 1,000 credits, meaning 3 cents per credit. So 15 credits will cost you 45 cents, correct? On this plan. But let's say if you're going to have this plan, let me calculate. So for 490, let's say no discount, no annual subscription, you're getting 26,000 credits, okay? So here the price per credit, not 3 cents, but 1.8 cent. So 0.018, less than 2 cents. Okay, so it's about 40% off, right? And with this plan, same generation, if I multiply it to 15, let's see, it will cost you 28 cents. So 28 cents of retouching. I mean, starting from it. And actually, every try-on, most of the application, we have the cost is 15 cents. Okay, so it's between 45 and 28, or even less. If you have huge volume, you can go enterprise. It will be less price per credit. It's up to you. I mean, you decide. We have batch processing. We have all kind of things. Human possibly can do better. There is, probably. Again, I never use. I don't know how much you can get, how good the retouching would be, but it's up to you. Okay. Yes, handbag, purse. Yes, Nicholas. Also, if there is a way to have NeuroViz keep me logged in, it seems to log me out often. Nicholas, well, the truth is that there are times in a day, it's literally happening almost every day, that we do deployment. So we fixing many things. We adjusting. We rapidly growing. We rapidly adapting. We this thing with generations. This rating and reviewing. We have team members who reviewing them every day and think how we can improve it. Because many cases it's not user mistake, our mistake. Okay, and well, it's interesting to see. And we do in deployment. I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay, I see now. This is video generator. So when we do deployment, you've been automatically logging off. And sometimes we do, well, multiple deployments per day. So this is why it's logged off. Usually it's, if no deployment, you will be logged in. So it's like we have releases, but normal company have we plan release. Okay, we have an email saying that this time of the day, that date we'll have release. We start up, we have one release every day. You don't need to know about it. If something happens like I was announcing it will be announcement sent. Hey, there's new features. But we do lots of little tweaks under the hood on fly. That's what it is. Yeah, but That's, I mean, we can avoid this. It will be, hopefully, will be slowing down. But to have this happening, well, we need to have almost like a perfect product. And with AI, it's super hard to have perfect generation. I mean, every time, because AI, like I said, it's doing this. Hallucinations. It's a beautiful thing. That's what why AI. I mean, it's so clever. It's like us. It makes mistakes. It can do shit stuff, but it's clever. I mean, it's intelligent, almost. So, any questions, guys? We almost done. Almost. Thank you for joining in. Eventually, I have. I am not talking to empty screen like it was on previous live broadcast. I'm repeating again. I'll be here every Friday 1 p.m. Pacific time, unless it will be announcement that it's canceled. You go to NeuroViz AI, the YouTube. You subscribe, and you will have notification once we go live. Or you can always go live and see. It will be once it's scheduled. You will see the stream here. So you click and join us. Okay. Also, those videos, we add in videos, tutorials. We add in them once we have new features. And because the user interface being changed, again, it changed a lot. Older ones may look not as it is now. So you don't need to watch older one because it's just outdated. So look for, newest. This is what will be there. Okay. Any other questions? The video, interesting. Somebody did the video here, and the ring like this. I'll show you the video if I can. Let me try to show you. Will it open it? Yeah. So here's the video that it made. First of all, for the video, crop was a little bit too tight on the image of the video, and yeah, it's probably because this is the okay. For the video, guys, it made this way that the image that you upload will be always first frame of the video generation. Okay, at least for now, this is how it is. And if it's white background, AI by default will try to rotate it. So in this case, I think it did really a relatively good job, but you see it start changing the shape of it. It's more like again round, but then not sure about this bottom. It's probably just fantasized about it. So if you think that rotation may not look good simply because it's not visible what it is, and in this angle rotation will look like that, it's a good idea for video to enter some instructions like, don't do 360 rotation, move camera out, zoom out, and, slightly rotate the ring, something like that. So it will be slightly rotation and it won't change the shape. Of course, I mean, another thing for the video, don't try to make it by entering instruction, make something that is not on the image. It's not there yet. We don't have this system yet. Meaning that if you want to virtual try on, supply the ring and say, hey, make a model wearing this ring, it will create a video, but most likely it will look kind of strange. Because the video model that we use here, it uses first image as a frame, the uploaded image as a first frame. So if you need a model wearing this ring, better to upload result of virtual try-on, where a model is wearing it, and then boom, model will start moving. This is the correct way of use video. But it will have more applications on video. It will be more interesting stuff. It will be like, a little bit ad creator. We're working on this. So hopefully we'll see it soon. Okay. Yes, about previous points. So Hamza, I'll make sure that all will be addressed. I'll get back to you. And everyone, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. I really appreciate you coming here. And I'll be waiting for you next Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Alrighty, have a great Friday. Good weekend. Do something beautiful in your life. And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.